What's up, guys? Welcome into Sports and Shenanigans, where women's sports and pop culture collide. We are having fun here on the KCSN. We're powered by Cherry, a woman-owned company who loves celebrating strong female athletes. And today kicks off Rookie Week here at Sports and Shenanigans. And I'm so pumped because I have a rookie who is dominating the NWSL with me today. It's, of course, defender Lilly Reale from Gotham FC. Lilly, how are you? We're so excited that you're joining us. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, it's been awesome. These past few weeks have been definitely an adjustment, but a whirlwind and a dream. So I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Well, we want to jump right in because you just have an exciting last couple of matches with, first of all, your first professional goal. So congrats. That's awesome. And then we just saw you over the weekend involved in another goal. If it were up to me, Lily, I would give you at least an assist on this. Of course, it was deemed an own goal, but you had the vision. You got your head up. You struck the ball. It deflected a defender and went in the goal. You still got a point for your team. But walk us through your first goal. It was kind of in the mixer, but you were able to put your head on it. Just kind of what did you see there and how exciting was it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was just trying to do my role and potentially help someone else get on the ball. But once it popped up into the air, I just figured with my height, I could get up there. So I just got up as much as I could and tapped the ball into the goal. So yeah, I just say right place, right time, but super lucky and super fortunate.
Oh, well, there was some technical ability there as well, sister. And you hit that pretty hard. So congrats on that. That's huge. What has it been like playing with Gotham FC? There are some absolute international superstars on your squad that you get to train with day in and day out. Just how's everything going for you at Gotham in your rookie year?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's definitely an adjustment as it always will be going into the pros, but playing against and with a lot of my role models growing up, just players I've looked to for so long for little tips and tricks to add to my game, to now play against them in training every day is so much fun, and just hang out with them off the field is also just awesome to pick their brain and understand who they are, not only as a player but also as a person, has been probably the most exciting part for me. I'm a very social person, so this sport has always been, more than just stepping on the field together and competing, but also just the relationships I've been able to make off the field have been super rewarding.
Have there been any vets that have stuck out or really tried to just go out of their way to make you feel comfortable, whether it be on the field or just kind of in this life transition that you're having?
Yeah, honestly, I think the back line that I'm fortunate to work with right now has been awesome to work with. Like, I cannot speak highly enough of the girls that I play with on my back line. So Anne Tierna, unfortunately now injured, but she has been awesome. Sonnet, Bruna, Jess Carter, just awesome people to work with. Mandy Freeman as well. People who have been in the league for so long, who have experienced so much, have played internationally at the highest level. So understanding, and listening to them, I'm going to be all ears anytime that they're talking to me and have any advice to give me. So yeah, I really lean in on them, but they've been so welcoming and so awesome to work with every day.
Well, that's a smart move by listening to some of those names, like you said, are just superstars, which
Yeah.
has to be so cool for you. Um, what are some of your personal goals, in your rookie year? We've already seen a goal, which is amazing for any defender, but let alone a rookie. But what are some of your personal goals this year?
Yeah, I think, as I mentioned before, just adjusting to this league and the style and the speed of play has been probably the biggest difficulties for me going in. Just because I don't think there's any way to prepare for it. You really just have to get out there, start in preseason playing against some of these players, and then also hit the field running and just trust that you can play up to this level and against some of these players who have, played at the highest level. So yeah, I think for me, just adjusting to that speed of play has been one of my biggest goals, and trying to figure out how I can put forward the most consistent performances for myself. Um, I don't like to look too far into the future, but for me, it's just taking it one game at a time and playing as consistently as I can and as much of a role as I can for my team, to gather up as many points as we can in all of these games. And whatever will come from that may come. But for now, I think it's just as a rookie, keeping the goals small and not overwhelming myself by just going out there every game and working as hard as I can, committing to the game plan that my coaches give me and growing each game and seeing, what I can do better every game and what I can fix. But like I said, just trying to get comfortable in this league.
Well, you're looking comfortable as you have continued to contribute. And as Gotham is really, it seems like you all are really just finding your form and kind of climbing back up to the top of the table where we saw you a lot last year. But let's go back a little bit to when you really started your soccer career. So obviously, peeling back one layer to collegiately playing at UCLA, a national championship, among many other accolades. But talk to us a little bit about what started you, playing soccer. Do you remember those young days when you first started kicking the ball around? What kind of inspired that?
Yeah, I think for me, my parents honestly just put me in as many sports as they could, as most parents these days do. But for soccer, my parents always tell me that every time I would get on the field when I was younger, like 3 or 4 is really when I started with my younger sister, and we would show up to the practices and just pick grass and flowers and like cry in the corner is kind of the tagline that they give us. So it definitely took some time for me to enjoy the sport and come to love it. But once I think I hit 7 or 8, I was on my first club team. So and I'm fortunate enough to be really, really close with a lot of my former club teammates. Played with them all through high school. Still connect with them now. So like I said before, I think just the relationships that you can get out of this game are what make it so special. And for me, when I was younger, I think that's definitely what I leaned into the most. And then obviously, just always wanted to be better, wanted to grow, wanted to, make this something that I could turn into a job eventually and play in college and, enjoy for as long as I can. So that has definitely brought me to here now. And I couldn't be more grateful and thankful to just have this be my job right now and be able to surround myself with so many unique personalities and people I can grow from every day. So yeah, it's definitely taken me a long way, but I love the sport, so it's been awesome.
Yeah, well, it seems like what's important to you is the relationships. You've mentioned that a couple times now. I want to quickly touch on, and you brought it up, but you had a really unique experience to play alongside your sister at UCLA. That is rare. What was that like for you? Did you guys have a competitive drive between the two of you? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, so when she came in, she was a freshman and I was a junior. So definitely had a little bit of a head start, obviously, to get comfortable with the program. But, as an older sister, I think that was what was most fun for me, just being able to be someone that she can lean on. We're best friends, so it's always been such a dream for us to play on the same team. We never really got the opportunity too much in club and throughout high school, but to go into college and just play with each other every day, see each other every day as we usually did in high school was awesome. And she's a forward and I'm a defender, so to be able to push each other a little bit in practice was always fun. And I think the coaches really tapped into that too. So it just made it really fun and kept it light, but also still very competitive. She definitely knows me better than I know myself sometimes. So from a soccer standpoint, I think she used that against me a little bit. But yeah, we just push each other, butt heads sometimes, obviously, as siblings do. But for me, it was it was the best thing in the world. So playing with her was so awesome.
Yeah, what a cool opportunity. What do you think? Is she interested in going pro? Do you think we'll have another set of sisters in NWSL?
Yeah, hopefully. I think for right now, she's just kind of taking the same approach as me, trying to grow every game that she can in college and not to put too much pressure on herself, but just enjoy the moments and, see what happens after that. But I have no doubt that she would love to go and play professionally. So we'll see.
Yeah, maybe the next set of sisters. We'll have to see. As right now, Lily, we will take a quick break. We'll be back right after this, guys. Stay with us.
Looking for tickets for your next event? Tickets for Less is your #1 source. Save big on every purchase when you use promo code KCSN at ticketsforless.com.
Success in real estate takes more than vision. It takes the right financial partner. When someone takes something rundown and turns it into something great, that's called a comeback story, like Brain Group. They take distressed properties here in KC, completely rework them, and then turn them into valuable real estate. But that kind of work needs the right bank behind it. Enter Emprise Bank. They're not about cookie-cutter loans. They saw Brain Group's vision, backed them, and now they're making big moves in Kansas City real estate. Talk about your partner in possible. Emprise doesn't do one-size-fits-all financing. They invest in potential and back growth. Visit emprisebank.com/KC to learn more. Emprise Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Are you ready to win some real cash during the basketball playoffs? Well, check out Pick 6 from DraftKings. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick 6 posterizes the competition, and yeah, that includes prize picks. Hit all of your picks and score higher minimum payouts on Pick 6, plus even more cash if you outscore the competition. Pick 6 is available in most states, including Missouri, California, Texas, Georgia, and more. New players get 50 in Pick 6 credits instantly on just a $5 entry. Here's what you gotta do. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code KCSN. That's code KCSN for new customers to play $5, get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offers. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Welcome back in. Thanks for hanging out with us and listening to Sports and Shenanigans today. We are joined by defender for Gotham FC, Lilly Reale. She's just sharing a little bit about her journey. She's a rookie, already has a goal, and doing some really big things for Gotham this year as she continues to thrive. So, Lilly, we were just talking about your relationship with your sister, which I think is so cool. I want to know, maybe throughout your years playing, when was there ever a turning point where you got really serious and you decided, I could do this. This could be my profession. I think you alluded to it earlier where this could be my job. I want to do it every day. When did that moment happen for you, or did it kind of gradually happen?
Yeah, I think for me, I've always kind of been someone who hasn't looked too far into the future. So for so long, I felt like growing up, soccer was just something that I knew I enjoyed immensely. I didn't know how far I wanted to take it or how far it could possibly take me. But I think going into high school was definitely the turning point for me, because for my year, the college recruitment could happen, whenever you wanted, really, for D1 sports. As of right now, it's like after your junior year, which I think is great, because to make that decision as a young kid or a kid that's just entering high school is an enormous one, and I don't think you really realize how big of a decision it is. But yeah, for me, I think right when I was going into high school, I had a lot of calls with different college coaches, and just understanding, where their program could take me or where they saw me best fit into their program. So I think that was definitely a bit of I had a bit of imposter syndrome, I guess you could say, going into those calls because I'm like, why would they want to talk to me? I don't know. But yeah, for my club team was always very successful. So I thought, going into those calls, and they're, praising me a lot. Just different coaches trying to talk to me, was always awesome. And, I had my parents to help me with a lot of those because, like I said, I was a little bit younger at the time. But I think that was definitely the turning point, just having those calls with different coaches and understanding, these Power 5 teams that wanted to talk to me, that saw me fit into their program, saw qualities in me. I think it really gave me the confidence to see that in myself. And then a little bit further into high school, I got called into the U.S. Youth National Team. So I think going into camp with those girls definitely was, a bit of a reality check, not in a bad way, but it just showed, how far and how high of a level these players were at. And I thought I definitely had some growing to do after my first camp, but it was somewhere that I knew I wanted to be. And I loved playing with players who also had that fiercely competitive, and I felt that I always had in myself. So I think, yeah, talking to college coaches, but also attending some of these U.S. youth camps was definitely the turning point for me of, this is something that I don't only want to do in college and give it up. This is something that I want to continue as a job and for however long I can. So yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Throughout your journey, were there any female athletes that stuck out to you? Obviously, you play with some of them. You talked a little bit, Sana, Jess Carter, but any soccer players that you admired when you were young, kind of liked their game, liked the way that they prepared, or admired in any way?
Yeah. I think for me, someone that was super impactful and a style of play that I kind of saw in myself, as a younger kid was always Julie Ertz. For her, just seeing, the aggression that she played with, the passion she played with. She just was always someone who would get it done. And I thought, how unique of a player she was. And I actually had the opportunity to train with her my junior year when she was playing on Angel City. So that was kind of a cool moment for a little bit. Because I trained there over the summer, just in between college sessions. It was local. But yeah, I think Julie Ertz, and then for me, Lauren Holiday also. And she actually went to UCLA, so kind of a cool thing there. Her husband plays for the Celtics right now, and I'm obviously from Boston, so we're huge Celtics fans. When I saw that, I was like so excited. But yeah, I think, for me, it was always just people that could drive and progress and lead a team through their own game. It might not be with their mouth or with what they're saying, but just the aggression and passion and ability to get it done, like I said, that they bring to the game. I always saw that in those two players, among many more. But I think for me, growing up, especially those two were big ones for me.
Yeah, just absolute legends of the game there. I love both of those players. That's cool you bring them up. And you brought up a little bit about you're from Boston, obviously. You spent some time in LA. Now you're in New York, New Jersey with Gotham. So I have a little game to play with you, Lilly. It's just 5 fast questions. And it's basically, where would you want to do this? Where would you want to eat this food, do this activity? Would it be on the West Coast in LA? Would it be in Boston, your hometown? Or would it be where you're now? New York, New Jersey. So we'll start off with, where are you going to eat pizza? Boston, LA, New York, New Jersey.
I think definitely New York, New Jersey. And I think that's something that they're really big on, especially in New Jersey. Italian food is so easy to come by, thank goodness, because it's like one of my favorite types of cuisines. So
Perfect. Okay, how about clam chowder? Boston, LA, or New York, New Jersey?
definitely Boston. Yeah, again, I think seafood is big in Boston, and I'm a big sushi girl, but I love clam chowder, and I think you grow up on it, so you come to love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
in Boston for sure.
Love that. How about baseball? This is hard. Bo Sox or Red Sox, Boston Red Sox, Dodgers or Yankees Mets?
I think I got to stick with my roots. I'll go Red Sox, but I can't say that I haven't gone to a ton of the Dodgers games when I was in LA, and those were always super fun too to go to. So, yeah, I'll stick with the Red Sox on this one's though. On this one,
Okay. But you got to check out the stadium where you are, so that's
exactly. Yeah,
I-
I haven't gotten to a New York Mets or Yankees game yet, so we'll see. I might have to wear my Red Sox merch though to the Yankees still if I go.
Yeah, that's a big rivalry there. Okay, how about on the hardwood basketball? Celtics, Lakers, Knicks.
Celtics, Lakers, Knicks. I think Celtics for sure. My family's always been, that's probably our most watched sport, the Celtics, aside from the Patriots. But I will also take a spin on this one and go UCLA basketball because especially this year, the girls were so fun to watch. I had so much fun watching them, and I know a lot of those girls are really sweet people and also very competitive. Obviously, it took them very far. So, yeah.
Fantastic answer there. And then last one, kind of just like overall vibes. Are we thinking like surfer girl, beachy, or relaxed, laid back, kind of the beauty of Boston, or like the fast paced hustle and bustle of New York, New Jersey?
Yeah, I think for me, there's a time and place for all three, but I think being young in my 20s right now and just enjoying soccer, but also having that fast-paced lifestyle in New York, New Jersey for me has been such a blessing and so much fun to be a part of and just, go in, I look at and walking around and get so much fashion inspo. And so, yeah, I would definitely pick New York, New Jersey for right now, but I think there will be a time and a place I pick Boston eventually.
And that's fair. I think that's amazing. Fantastic answer again. Why not want to stick around where you are? You guys are thriving right now on the pitch. It seems like you are personally on the pitch and off the pitch as well. So, okay, that was our fun little game. I thought those were really good answers, Lily. I definitely appreciate it. And keep killing it on the field. It's been fun to watch you. Again, this is Rookie Week here on Sports and Shenanigans. So next episode, we'll have another standout rookie. But for now, we're going to let Lily go. Thank you so much for joining us, Lily.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Okay, guys, that wraps up Sports and Shenanigans episode for today. If you haven't yet, check us out on Instagram, on YouTube, like, rate, subscribe, all the things to the show so we can keep bringing you stories of incredible female athletes. But for now, that's a wrap. We'll see you guys next time.